This is Matthew, and today we're going to work on using iPhoto, which is an Apple product. It only works on Mac, to edit or update a listing photo to make it pop a little bit better. So I'm going to pull up my iPhoto. I'm using iPhoto11 here, which is part of the iLife suite and very inexpensive in the App Store. And it's a great tool for what it does. Now I am a fan of Photoshop CS6. I prefer to use that most of the time, but I think that's probably going to require a lot more of a learning curve for agents, and probably a little bit more expensive than most agents want to pay for what we're doing here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go into my library. I've got a couple listing photos here, and I'm going to pull up this particular one. This picture was taken with a Sony DSC-HX100V camera. It's a nice camera. It does the job well, but again, maybe more than you really need for taking listing photos. But I've got a typical listing photo here. You know, the house, a little bit of water, which is nice. Actually, it's got a lot of water in the background, which is really nice. But there's a couple things we can do to enhance this, make this a little bit better. Now, when I say enhance, I don't mean change anything materially. We're not going to be you know, removing that nice satellite dish that I wish we could, or even that frisbee off the roof. But we are going to do a couple things just to clean it up a little bit. So I'm going to start down here with Edit. And I'm going to do a couple things before I even get to color and the rest. We're going to start with crop, and it gives me these nice little guides here. I want to move this up, get rid of most of that driveway. It really needs to be re-graveled, but we're going to move out the trailer there, move closer over to the wraparound porch, keep this water area here, and bring this focus in a little bit more. All right, click on Done. All right, and that brings me closer to the home, to the picture. A little bit of water still on either side of the house that can be seen. And from there, I want to also straighten it. This one isn't exactly where I want it to be as far as these grids come up, and show you where you can straighten things out. That roof line's a little crooked, so we're going to move just a little to the side. There, now just a little bit more. All right, there it is. So now it's nice and square. Click Done. We're going to go to Effects. Well, we're not going to quite get to Effects yet. We're going to go to Adjust. In every listing photo I see, there's always this dark shadow from somewhere, unless you've got the sun facing the front of the house, which means you have to get there at the right time to take that picture and to make that happen. So one of the things you can do to fix some of that is to go to the shadow adjustment, and you'll see that brightens up the front of the house, makes those bushes pop a little bit more, those trees. It doesn't look quite as dark now. We have more definition and some more saturation, which will make the skies bluer and the grass greener. There you go. Makes it look much more inviting. All right, get rid of some of that noise, bringing those pixel colors better, make it a little sharper. Maybe a little bit more exposure or a little less, depending on what you want to do. I like again, blue skies and green grass. So I'm going to darken that exposure a little bit. Do contrast here. Okay, you can just play with these a little bit to make them work. If you don't like what you did, you just click undo or revert to previous. It'll take it back to where it was. So now I've adjusted my colors. The sky's bluer, the grass is greener. We've gotten rid of some of the tertiary stuff that's out in the middle of the yard. I can change my levels a little bit more here. There you go. Now again, when you've got I got a large screen anyways, but when you got this blown up like this and do these edits, it's going to look a little bit more washed out than it will when we bring it back to the size and area we're going to use online. And in effects, if you really want to, you can go down here. You can do a number of things, but I like blurring the edges just a little bit to give it that kind of dream sequence look. You could do this vignette. I wouldn't recommend doing this, especially for this one when you have water. You don't want to go away from that. Again, keep my focus here. Some quick information, or quick fixes we went to already, but I want to also go down here in Info, and I click on Info. I can now change the name of the picture. Okay, so this is main photo 1, and then whatever the address is. And I'm going to also add a description. This is, you know, whatever you want to add. All right, now actually I just realized that this is probably a little bit too much blur. That really should have been down next to 1. There we go. That's better. All right, maybe 2. So I don't want you to think it looked all fuzzy like that all the time. All right, so anyways, that's a few adjustments we have here, and it's very easy to use after that. And then once you're done, it just saves it unless you click the revert and you go back to another picture. So that's it. That's using iPhoto. And again, this is a great tool, very inexpensive if you're on the Mac, and you can see this gives us a much better picture than we had before. So anyways, good luck with that. Just a reminder, please don't edit anything, don't pave the driveway, don't remove material parts of the property, etc. But this is a good tool for enhancing the natural colors and cropping the photo to give the best view of the property for your listings. So good luck with that, and always, if you have any questions, feel free to email us. Thanks. Bye.